You worry about it, people gonna say how black you is. They gonna be like that.
You gonna wait till he records to say that. See what I be saying? Come on, sit down so we can pray.
Like they look alike.
Exactly. Except you look like an old dark shadow.
I'm lighter than you.
That make you feel better. Thank you, Lord, for another opportunity for this podcast and a podcast episode. You know, my goal and my prayer is that at least one person is blessed by this episode. Pray, Father God, that you bless someone to be blessed by this episode and many. Pray that you bless us with the right words. Bless this to just be an amazing episode. And just bless my spillers, Lord. Thank you for them. Thank you for their support. And I pray that you just continue to enlarge our territory. We love you and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. All right. Let's get this party started. YouTubers, y'all know I ain't talked to this man about nothing.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you sound like Barry White, baby. You have to talk like that the whole time because people be complaining.
Complain about what?
About not being able to hear you. And then I need you not to be using it, smacking on them Skittles.
Well, broadcast. These are my Skittles.
We don't, well, them treats. We don't need you to. You better come on, businessman. Better come on. I feel like I need to take my glasses off. Then I feel like I need to keep them on. I'm gonna take them off because I see a glare, and then I'll turn them on.
That complain about me not talking loud.
Auntie Irma, one of them. Tell him to just speak in the microphone.
Okay. I do it for Irma.
Auntie Irma.
Auntie Irma.
We call her Ame. We'll call her Auntie Irma. We'll call her Ame, y'all. He is crazy. Hey, Auntie Irma. Hey, Ame. Okay, here we. All right, man. Let's hit record. I don't know which one you are. I think you are mic 1. I think I'm mic 3. But I'm going to do all of them just in case. Got a little church girl. Got Ari. Got Philly Mood and Q Notes. And here we go. Think you handsome.
I'm looking at you. Are you looking at me?
Hey world, welcome back to the Spill Podcast, your favorite podcast featuring your favorite podcast host, me, your girl, Mrs. Wilson. Hey Spillers, welcome back to episode 21. This is the first time in a couple months that I've been on track with my bi-weekly episodes, so I'm proud of myself. Pat on the back. Good job, Mrs. Wilson. If you are not caught up on the Spill podcast, make sure you catch up after this episode because you don't want to miss it, okay? Anyway, it's going to be a bomb episode. I'm super duper excited. But before I go any further, Spillers, I have the man, the myth, and the legend in the building. My husband, my best friend, my man. Mr. Wilson is in the building. Pew, 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 pew. Hey, Mr. Wilson.
Hey, baby.
How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Well, thank you. Welcome back. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. A lot of begging for you to come back.
It's been a long time, and because you didn't change your introduction with me, so I kind of like it. I might come back.
Oh, okay. You like the man that is old. See, I ain't even working up old stuff. We don't do that no more.
That's what I be waiting to hear, the introduction.
Okay. Did you like this introduction?
Yeah,
Okay, good. I'm glad you like this introduction. So this introduction, you may come back. You may come on back and grace the Spill podcast. Listen.
What you talking about?
Okay, well, I'm excited to have you here, and it's not ironic that you're here, but while I was planning the wrapping of season 2, because we are in the final episodes of season 2, I was trying to make sure that I had everybody that I desired, and I like to listen to a lot of my loyal spillers with their recommendations on people who I should have. And I had already had my husband down, y'all, right? But one of my girls, my loyal spiller, she was on the podcast, season 1. Toya, hey Toya Hill. She just messaged me randomly and was like, hey, I think you should have this list of people. And only certain people can do that. And she's one of the people that I trust doing that because she's spiritual. She has a great relationship with God. I know that she is tuned in with her intuition and discerning and prayer life. And she said your name. And I was like, girl, I was going to get him anyway. But thank you for just solidifying that for me. So I'm super duper happy that you are back in the podcast room. It's been a long time.
Well, I'm always in here cleaning up.
Well, yeah, but you recording. So I'm just happy that you're in here. Anyway, listen, see, this is what I be saying. I just, give me an inch, they take a mile, baby. Listen, spillers. We have a lot of things that I want to talk about, and I want to make sure that we get through all of them. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. But before we move on, you know what time it is. It is the mental check-in time. Look at him. This is the time of the episode, spillers, and my new spillers, where we are intentional about checking in with our mental. This is something that I've done since day one of this podcast. This is one of the main reasons why I wanted to start a podcast, so that I can make sure that I was holding myself accountable and making sure that my people knew that it's people for people. So when you need help, you can get the help, right? So we're going to do our check-in. Mr. Wilson, I don't know if I've been really intentional about really asking you lately how you have been mentally. I think it's kind of routine, like you looking at me like that. But every day I ask you, how are you? How was your day? Like from work. But I think that's kind of like routine is something that we do. You know what I'm saying? But I have not asked you how, help me, Lord. I get it together. Fix it. But I don't feel like I've been intentional with asking about your mental. He looked at me, because baby, this household, that Mrs. Wilson, fix it. Oh, we'll get into that later. But Mr. Wilson, how are you doing mentally?
Well, I gotta pick my words correct. I'm well.
Well, okay.
I'm very well. Like I say,
brain fart. Oh, you trying to get the right words? Okay. Yeah, get the right words. I appreciate you doing it.
I mean, yeah, you can take time with this, cause this is about you.
See, that's me. Okay. So no, I don't really want you to go into a lot of details, because we're gonna talk about it a little bit. But we still, we're gonna talk about it.
I'm going to it like that. I'm just saying, you say use a handful. I'm mentally well, but you help me work on it every day.
Fix it all.
You and the Lord help me work
Especially
on it.
lately, huh? Here lately.
Yeah, I know, it's season change.
Mm-hmm.
I feel with it. But no, I'm well, though. I'm doing good.
Okay.
But I stay prayed up too, so that's the main thing.
That's helping you.
I couldn't do it by myself.
He can't even look in the camera. He just dropped his head.
I couldn't do it by myself.
Well, I'm glad all is well with you. As far as me, spillers, I have definitely been on an emotional roller coaster, and I'm still riding the wave of that roller coaster. What you say, husband? Okay.
That's why you ain't asked me.
Because I didn't want you, right? Because you've been being my therapist and about all of that lately. But yeah, I've been all over the place. I'm not ashamed to say it, because I know that it's something that I'm going through. And like he just said, seasons change, and this is my season to go through this. Grief. I told y'all last episode, I lost my little cousin. It'll be 2 months and a couple of days. So going through that. And then I've lost an uncle within the last couple of days, my daddy's oldest brother. It's been a lot for me mentally. He said that prayer keeps him, and I think that's what's been keeping me. I know his prayers, prayers for my peers, my family, people that really, really know me, because I can get in my little depression feelings and moments and situations, and it can be a little rough.
I have to pull a J over here.
Do what?
Nah, he be dancing.
You finna shout, baby. Lord, the boy finna cut a rug. I'm up here witnessing, huh? Telling the truth. Well, shout there, husband. But it's just been a lot. I've been still dealing with Boomer. My whole entire family is. If I'm sad the way I'm sad, just imagine his mom and dad and my aunt, his grandmother, and my cousin, his little sister. But dealing with that, realizing that life is just short. You know what I'm saying? And then dealing with the thoughts of when my time comes, I want my baby to be prepared, and I want to be ready. Just all of that, and just regular life stuff. Still trying to have to be a good wife, a present wife, a good mother, a present mother, a good employee, a present employee. So that could be like really, really overwhelming. You know what I'm saying?
So, but when you say a good wife, do what all do that contain? You know what I'm saying? Do that have anything to do with the cooking, cleaning? Because I just hear a lot of women say good wife. I want to hear your
My perspective.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So wrong.
Not for me. For me, it would be just for me to be like present. You know what I'm saying? Like to try to fulfill your to just no matter what I'm going through or what I have going on, like I still have a duty to be a wife.
Gonna say something good.
Whatever. So I'm trying to make sure I do that, and then just getting in my mind, just with the grief, I feel like our baby was so young. You know what I'm saying? He has so much to live for. His life was cut so short, and then I have peace with my uncle because he was in his 70s, and I'm like, I know the Lord said, "Well done, my good and faithful servant," because he was a pastor. He was just an amazing man, a man of peace, a man of good stature, just one of God's chosen ones. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just been a lot. But I'm all right. I just know that's the flesh part of me. You know what I'm saying? That's dealing with this stuff. But I know my spiritual part is growing, and I'm good with that. I'm okay with sitting in these emotions because I know that my seasons and the testimonies and the things that I'm experiencing will eventually bless somebody else that is experiencing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I have been. My family has been amazing. We have been trying to be more intentional. Like, we're always together, but now it's like we like for real, to the point to my husband be like, "You can go, baby, I'm gonna stay at home this time. I ain't going." We're just spending time with each other and being around each other, and all of that good stuff. But anyway, so just keep me in your prayers, Phyllis. Please keep the Colston family, the Johnson family, and the Hunter family in your prayers. Just mention their names, and you pray for me, I pray for you, and watch God change things. Okay. Remember, mental health is wealth, and in order for us to be completely wealthy, we have to be healthy mentally. So spiritual. If you are not okay, say something so that we can do something. I promise you, it's somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that's willing to step in and do whatever we got to do to get you where you need to be. Okay, Mr. Wilson, did you want to add anything to that?
No, man, you're doing a good job.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for that, husband. All right. It is our social media shout out time. If you're not following the Spill Podcast on all social media platforms, what you waiting on? Okay. Follow us on Spreaker.com, Latoya D. Wilson, or The Spill Podcast. Instagram, The Spill Podcast 21. Download, like, subscribe, follow our YouTube. Come on with my YouTube because I'm almost like in triple digits. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get there. That's my goal before 2023 is over. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Spill Podcast, Latoya Wilson, or TikTok, The Spill. Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. We're having some little issues, but get on Spreaker or iHeart and you can pull us up. Google Podcasts. Just follow, subscribe, like, share. And I return the love. I interact, I follow, subscribe, like, share back. Okay? Mr. Wilson, I know you don't have a public social media.
Well, you gotta bring it up every time.
Because I want you to go ahead and encourage the people to follow the Spill Podcast. Give us some.
They got us right for him. They ain't got
So you ain't gonna say, can y'all follow them?
Nah, they gonna do it.
Okay.
How you think they be hearing my voice and talking about I don't talk about it?
Okay. I just thought I would ask you to do that part. But again, thank you. So follow us. Yeah. And that's that. All right. Okay, so we are going to move on to our spill trend time. Now, every episode that I have my husband's spillers, I do a disclaimer because I never know what he's going to say, how he's going to say it, because he does not like for me to go over what we're talking about before the episode.
know what you do the disclaimer with?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, you're the only one, buddy. That's it. All right. So listen, this is a part of the episode Spillers where we illuminate all things black, blackity, black. Thank God I'm black. Hey, I won't take it back. I'm proud to be black. You proud to be black, cousin? Black, dipped in gold, black. Okay, that's it. That's just gonna be my background or something. I'm excited. Anyway, listen, it's been so much going on in the culture spillers. It was hard for me to choose a topic, but I wanted to kind of talk about this for a few seconds. There is a huge debate going on the medias of social about the dating pool and how people feel, what should happen, what should not happen, where you should go, where you shouldn't go. Thank you, Lord, we can't relate to that. But I found it very interesting because we were once single, right? So, Mr. Wilson, there was this list that came out a couple of weeks ago stating where women don't want to go or certain things that they don't want to do on first dates, like hookah bars, restaurants, like Cheesecake Factory. I was like, Cheesecake Factory? I fools with Cheesecake Factory. Applebee's, Red Lobsters, Buffalo Wild Wings, a house. You know, some people felt like these places were very mediocre. Some women.
House.
Yeah, the house like for they. But I guess it's just, for me, we'll get into that. But anyway, a lot of women felt like these were very mediocre ideas and places that men should not consider taking women when they're getting to know them. And this stemmed from a video of a woman recording her date, pulling up, and I saw the video. He pulled up at Cheesecake Factory, and he went to open the door for her, and she was on camera like, bro, you messed up. She was talking cash money. Like, who do you think I am? I am not finna get out this car and go into this Cheesecake Factory. Is he serious? Like Cheesecake Factory? No, you better find somewhere else. But listen to the crazy part. He was so, to me, I felt like he was so nice and a gentleman. He didn't talk. He wasn't talking crazy or nothing. He was like, yeah, it's Cheesecake Factory. What's wrong with it? Like, let's go. Well, when he started to like give a little rebuttal, she cut the video off. He later came out, babe, and said he had reserved a date at a really nice, fancy restaurant for this woman, a 5-star restaurant that, you know, costs coinage. He had did all of that for her. Had the shebang bang ready to like get to know her on some exquisite, you know, classy type stuff. The lady was over an hour late for the date. The restaurant people would not honor his reservation. They would not put his reservation up because he was trying to see if he can get his reservation pushed up from 7 to 8:30 because she was so late. And they were like, no, like we reserved this spot for you. You made us miss out on $500, you know. So she ended up getting a lot of backlash because they like, first of all, you better be humble that he even decided to take you back out on the date. But anyway, that sparked the conversation of where women don't want to go. Because a lot of women was like, why he taking her there anyway? He should have took her there, blah, blah, blah. But would he have been wrong if he just would have canceled and said, don't worry about it? Like, it is what it is. So, Mr. Wilson, even though we cannot relate to this, hallelujah, how do you feel about there being stipulations on where you should go on a first date? That man had to clear his throat.
Yeah, because we ain't got to relate to it about no first date. I mean, we go where we can afford to go.
That part, yeah.
But if you taking somebody out, you get to know them by asking questions first, so you don't got to pull up to the wrong spot. If you ask the right questions, you already get the feel of the person. But if she ain't want to go, she could have got out. She could have got her piece of cheesecake and still told them drop off.
And they have good food. Cheesecake Factory.
I mean, I wouldn't want
have a
that.
good seafood menu.
I wouldn't took nobody because it sound high.
Cheesecake Factory. It's in the. You sound crazy. So you wouldn't have took it there anyway. Where you would have took somebody for a first date?
That sound like cheesecakes ain't cheap.
Like at Junior's in New York. Well, P Diddy had them walking to. Listen. So Cheesecake Factory is it's like a restaurant. It's kind of similar to like Papa Do's. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be on the same scale to me personally as Papa Do's. I don't know if it's me or my humble living, but personally, if it's my first date and it's a man planning it, then take me where you want to take me. You know what I'm saying? Like my only concern would be safety. That's all that matters to me at this point. Long as I'm in a safe area or a safe place, you know what I'm saying? The whatever the date is very safe. I don't have to worry about too much ratchetness. You know, everybody got a little neighborhood in them, you know. But as long as I don't have to worry about too much ratchetness to where we can't converse and we can't talk and we can't get to know each other, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, like it would matter to me.
I don't blame the women though, I blame the men.
Uh-oh.
They can only do what men allow them to
Uh-oh, that part. You right about that? You are absolutely right about that.
Controversy and all that stuff, all the men need to put their feet down.
Beat on their chest.
Yeah, because you got some real down to earth girls. Before you can see it, they talking about go to church.
That's funny. He's trying to be funny out there, baby. I love me some churches. And that is my, if I could eat churches every week or every other day, I would.
You got some down to earth girls.
Yeah.
They ain't just got the, that's even on first date. On our first date, we ain't, where we go?
Where did we go on our first date? Hooters? We went to Hooters. Yeah, in Dallas. Yeah, went to Hooters.
It ain't about where you go.
It's who you go with. And that's what's been the argument. Like it's not about where the person takes you. It's about who you're going with for one. And then the second thing is if I'm getting to know you, why do I need to take you to a restaurant and invest $5 million or $500 on a meal and a conversation that I'm not going to be interested in being a part of any time or any other time? You know what I'm saying? I just don't think it's that serious. Me personally, I feel like it's nonsense, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why the dating pool is the way that it is, because so many people have these expectations. You gotta come rich, you gotta come taking me here, taking me there. When you, why do you want to make that type of investment into something or a situation or a moment that is just going to be that? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just go where we're gonna go to get to know each other. Even if it's a nice little bar where we can have a couple drinks and converse and just talk. And then after a couple of days, if I feel like it's a situation to where, yeah, let me go ahead splurge and let her know or let him know how it's really going to be if we together in a year or two and take you to a nice restaurant, do that.
Was that a blind date?
No, it was a date that they
had been talking.
I'm sure they had been having conversations to where they wanted to, yeah. And she was in the car with him.
She was gonna be late from talking to him?
Listen.
All you gotta do is talk. You gotta listen. He wasn't doing all the talking. He wasn't doing no listening.
He seemed to be really, really down to earth. He seemed to be like one of those tech, like nerdy kind of guys that is like really to the point to where he's like, or no, not even that, but to the point to where he has his life together and he's where he wants to be in life as far as whatever journey he's on. And now, let me bring, see that, you know what? Anyway, y'all, I'm finna hurry up and move on because I told y'all, disclaimer. I just don't feel like you gotta take somebody to Mr. Child's your first date. Like if you're really interested in getting to know a person, especially if the man is planning or if the woman is planning, go to where your budget is going to allow you to go. Don't try to keep up the Joneses.
What if the first date was to one of each parent's house, whichever
I don't think people doing it in
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
2023.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, like, even if it's wherever it is, it needs to be somewhere where you won't not only have regrets later, but you're not breaking yourself. You're not killing. You know what I'm saying?
Let
You're not.
that man take you to his mama house.
I don't want to meet your mama. I don't even know you. Like, we not doing that. How would you feel if a woman was to take you to her mama house the
I
first
probably
day?
wouldn't go in.
That part. So no.
Set up.
I mean, a park. Let's go to a park, have a little picnic, and have some wine or champagne, and just converse. You know, I just feel like that's one of the reasons why the dating pool is the way it is. And then society, it's
I was
just
a girl, I
different.
seen it on there when I was at work. This dude, he was on there. This girl on there. She saying that a man took her out to eat, and he pulled out a credit card to pay for her, and it didn't go right with her because using a credit card was like the government was paying for it.
What?
The government was paying for
See,
the
that's what I'm
meal,
saying.
and he got to pay the government back.
What? See,
She
my.
like, no, when you take me out, you got to have cash. You
Oh,
got
no.
cash. You
Now
don't
she-
use no credit. If you ain't got no debit card or no cash, you don't take me out.
And credit cards indicates that he probably has a good credit score. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, people, Mackenzie too, because Mackenzie told, I didn't even tell you, she told me last week, she texted me, my baby randomly texted me and was like, Mom, can I give you this cash and you just cash at me? And I was like, why? Like, what? Why? Like, you being extra. Because when you have cash, it's like you're broke, and I rather swipe my card. First of all, since you are broke, like what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? But people have those type of mentalities. Now she not, baby, because she gonna have the American Express and she gonna have all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad she likes to swipe. You know, but pipe down, humble yourself, sis. But some people don't know that person may have been interacting with drug dealers where they pull out lots of money. You know what I'm saying? And that wad of money might be government money because hell, it may be what he went and withdrew from that credit card just a front for you. Oh, child.
The swipe over that card. She wants some of that money.
The people. Okay, so the only thing I have to say about this, and then we can wrap it up, is just humility. You know what I'm saying? Like, meet people at the level that you are. You know what I'm saying? If you know that you're not, even a woman or man, whoever is doing whatever, if you know that you are not willing to take a person at a certain level or certain standards, then you need to make sure that if the shoe is on the other foot, like, it ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Wilson, did you want to add anything to that?
Stay in your league.
Stay in your league, stay in your lane. You know, we yeah, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. And that's how we leaving this in 2023, because in 2024 we coming in humble. We got to have us some husband and some wives. It's the season of husband and wives. We already got that. I'm speaking in advance for my people. I want all my people to experience this. I want them all to bless them, Lord, with a good husband. And I hope he called to tell us he finna send us an invitation to this wedding, because he damn near, look at me cursing. He too old. He need to be, He ain't never been, I need this for him. I need this for the people. So, that's that. Be humble. Be humble. Hey, y'all heard Kendrick Lamar. Be humble. Sit down. And get what you gonna get and give what you gonna get. Okay? We wrapped up the first half. So I'm going to bring in Philly Mood in. You need to go take a little quick break. You know the instrumental. And we're going to move on to topic time.
Yeah, because I don't want to go smoke all the time.
I appreciate you respecting my time. That part. All right, Lord, let this go. Oh, it did good. Thank you, Lord. Okay.
She won that.
Who? What I win, babe?
I'm talking to you. Steelers.
Okay, y'all, we're about to go into topic time so we can wrap it up. All right, I hope you all enjoyed the electricity sounds of Philly Mood and Q-Node Quincy Q-Note Watson. Congratulations to Q-Note too. That's my engineer. He be helping me with all my technical stuff. He just got married. Did I tell you that, babe? He just got married. So congratulations. See, I told y'all we wife and husband in 2024. We ain't playing. Anyway, we're moving on to our topic time spillers. Emotions make you cry sometime, baby. Emotions make you cry sometime. Sugar, you remember that song? Bless you, Lord.
You want to be putting something in it and taking something out of it because it doesn't sound.
You don't know it. That's H-Town. I
had
have to play it for you. Emotions make you cry sometime. But you ain't never heard that for real?
I heard it a bunch of times. I guess I ain't never heard a word for word like this.
Yeah, you wasn't listening. That's H-Town. Shout out to H-Town because that's our topic. That ain't nothing but the truth. So help me God. The topic is emotions make you cry sometimes. So listen, I told y'all earlier that one of my spillers, was like, hey, I need you to bring Mr. Wilson on. And this is not going to be the last episode because he's supposed to be a residential host, but Mr. Wilson is so funny acting. 1 minute he's okay with it, the next minute I had to walk on eggshells, babe. When you gonna do it? What we waiting on? But I'm just happy this is not one of those moments. Anyway, so listen, Mr. Wilson, your wife. Earlier I said my man. But your wife has been all over the place emotionally the last couple months. So we're going to be a little vulnerable just for a minute, but we're not going to be deep, right? So I've always been like this super emotional being, spillers, and I've always known that, all my life mainly, like I can cry at the drop of a dime anywhere, no matter if I get sad, emotional, sensitive, happy, agreeing, I can just cry. I do that. I just get emotional quick, right? Whatever. No, I was just telling them because I know you know. For a long time, though, I used to try to hide it. Like, I used to try to hide it and walk around like hard body, like still all day. And I promise y'all, I will go home and there's been many nights to where I have cried myself to sleep. When I say literally pillow drenched, like many nights. But I'm to the point now to where it's okay. Like if I promise you, as a middle school educator, I've had moments to where I've had to stop teaching because I've got a text message or something has happened and I've had to take a break. And because it just came about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Mackenzie sent me her report card via text message. And I promise y'all, I was one of my favorite students. It was just he and I. And we were really going through our work. We was going and he was doing good. We was just going. And I got the message and I looked at her grade point average and I literally just started crying. I promise to God. And he was like, wait, did I do something, Mrs. Wilson? What's wrong? And I was like, no, babe, these are happy tears. It's not you. These are happy tears. And for a minute, he was like, but why are you crying? And I'm like, that's just me. So that's just the gist of,
He'll get in a minute. He'll better do like I do.
Anyway, so speaking of like you do, Mr. Wilson, my first question to you, I don't feel like you have to carry my emotions, but a lot of times I wonder if my emotions bleed onto you. And I ask that because I have
some of
Let me finish the question. Okay, we'll get into it. How does it make you feel like when my emotions bleeding onto you, and does it affect you in any way? Like a negative way, positive way?
No, I told you it helped me. It helped me in a positive way because, negative always bring out the positive in me. So the more you act up, act the fool, just whatever you're going through at the time, some of the things that I probably wouldn't tell you about, I don't mind telling you.
That's why it's so easy.
Yeah, it'd be kind of easy but I don't be mad. It's just, because
it's for our good.
Yeah, that's the only thing that you would be. Just a lot of things you'd be emotional about, but when they come to me and you, the only thing would be you hearing no. You don't like to hear no.
Oh no, I don't. Spoiled. And then you spoiled me thus far. So the no's, and it's not often that he says no, but when he does, it's a hard hit.
He'll be all over this Arkansas the next day. You gotta tell you, you don't want to go. Let's go.
Sit down.
You don't get it now.
So that's with that. But as far as my emotional stuff, like with the grief and
you got to go through it. It ain't gonna bring me down. I can't let it. I mean, what? I can't let it bring me down because you down. But I can come in there. You know what's wrong, baby? I ain't. You don't unload on me.
And that's exactly what I do.
I walk out, go outside, sit to myself, think, chill. Then I come back. And I might have something to say and I might not. But nah, I'm gonna let you go through it. I know when you can't handle it. If I see you in there cutting your hair out, you know, stuff like that. You can't handle it. But if you sitting there crying, you know, and then I've been around you for a while and you cry about everything. So that's why I say the little student, he'll get a hold to it. You can be watching TV, the news, you'll cry. I mean, but like I say, you gotta ask you. That's why I say I ask you, okay? Then if you can tell me what it is, you okay. But if you just be like, I'm all over the place, I'm gonna walk out.
Yeah.
Because you all over the place. So that means you can't tell me exactly what's going on. So I go and say my little prayer, do my little smoke.
Yeah, it's prayer.
Yeah, do my little smoke and talk to myself like, ooh, man, this girl is crazy.
You cannot say that.
It was just cool. We was just cool.
I told y'all emotional roller coaster.
We was just cool.
It's real. It's real.
I go outside and I look, think, well, what we see on TV, it wasn't on TV. It was that damn phone.
So I saw some of them brought, and that's something that I'm learning too. Like a lot of things, I have to be careful about what I look at. You know what I'm saying? What I expose myself to, because it does trigger stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like if I was to be going through it. Hopefully, what I'm going through ain't gonna bring you down. I mean, you might be like, well, that nigga crazy, but it ain't gonna. It ain't gonna have you all
over the place.
Yeah, it ain't gonna have you because somebody got to be strong.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Papa said that last week when Mama was like real sick with her little cold or whatever she was going through. I was like, "How you doing?" And he was like, "I'm good. You know, I just thank God. You know, He ain't gonna never let both of us be down at the same time. One of us gonna be good and one gonna be." And I thought about that, like when you just said that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's true. Like when I'm going through whatever I'm going through, you're gonna be strong enough to hold me. And when you go through whatever you go through, I'm gonna be strong enough to hold you.
When I say I let you go through it, I let you go. It ain't like I miss it, cause I feel all of it. I get the full effect of all of it. So it ain't like I miss it. The only way I miss it by going outside.
And that's only for a couple minutes. Ooh, now listen. So I have seen you cry just a few times. We've cried together. I've seen you cry. But of 4 years, I have not seen you overly emotional. And I know I've been like overly emotional, but I've never seen you overly emotional. So with having an overly emotional spouse, like, is that annoying to you? Like, are there?
That's probably why you didn't see me crying. I've been crying. You can't even talk. Let me be.
We can be praying and my baby is just, I'll be like, yes, Lord. Yeah. But listen, are there times that it's like, you be like, I ain't signed up for all this shit. I can't.
Cause, you know, one is good. But when you get two, cause they look good through the same thing you do. I'm talking about, man, it can be a 1967 movie. Every character on her dead. And somebody get hurt on that movie, and you can walk through there. She can just be sitting there smiling, singing. Then you come back through, she crying. I'm talking about, like, baby, what's wrong? Thank you, man. So you know. Y'all could be watching Tyler Perry start crying.
And we can watch all of his
stuff.
That's why I say,
if I see you crying, I got the eggs first.
Yeah, what's wrong? Yeah, he do.
Because
he go right. He gonna say something.
Break down for it, and they just, so yeah.
And
it's two of y'all.
Yeah, it is. And our baby girl is like that. I think cause she see me, like when I would do my devotions for a long time, I would I used to lock the room door
Yeah.
because I didn't want her come in to see me crying and worshiping and pray, whatever I was doing. I didn't want her to see that. But now I just open my door and I've talked to her about it. You know, when if you
gonna be the one.
yeah, let your emotions out, let it out. Tears is cleansing for the soul, and then it's also a part of healing. You know what I'm saying? And when you do, even if it's happy tears, you know what I'm saying, they give off those happy endorphins that you need. And if it's sad tears, when you crying and getting them out, that helps to release that sadness and builds up those happy endorphins that you need. So
what I don't get is how y'all can control them tears, cause you know I don't claim to be the toughest dude. You know, I'm the toughest dude in this house.
that part, and
But they get tough. I'm talking about.
I told y'all we'd be trying to be hard about
They
it.
get tough, but then we'll sit down and they'll start crying about something. They don't cry when they talk to me.
We don't cry at the moment if it's a situation with you, but later we will, because we'll
Like
be
when they
convicted.
come to Mr. Wells.
Not so. But anyway, so you randomly texted me last week and asked me out on a little outing, and I said, of course. And I sent all these gifts, y'all, of Beyonce, of just everybody, me jostling, me dancing, honey, just excited. Because I love, we do so. I just love being around him. And I tell him all the time, it don't matter if you in the bathroom, on the toilet, and I get to come in. Well, it depends. But anyway, I just love being around him. So as long as we're around each other, I don't care where we go. And that's what I said, you know. But after that, I had a spoiled brat moment. We are not going to get into that, Mr. Wilson, so don't bring it up. Anyway, but we bounced back from it. Thank you, Lord.
She was trying to throw little blows.
Listen, babe, let me finish.
Don't want me to die.
We bounced back from it with laughter and, you know, more bonding. Anyway, it's just a reminder that marriage is a job and it's work that is going to have to be done forever, however, our earthly life. But for me, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, yeah, I be having my little moments, but at the end, I feel bad about it. I try to make it up, apologize, do all that good stuff. Not apologize, but apologize. But it's worth it. So listen, how important do you think it is for spouses to realize that it is okay to do something special for your spouse, your person, especially if you realize that emotionally, you know what I'm saying, that they not where they normally are, you know what I'm saying, they're not feeling up to themselves. Like, how important do you think it is for you as a spouse, be it the husband or the wife, to step in and say, hey, I see that my baby been down. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring some flowers, or let me take them on a date, or let me do this. Do you think that that's important in a marriage or just a relationship?
I don't know. It depends on the person you with. You hear that though, because you said that like a trick question.
The flowers.
The flowers.
Cause y'all random flowers for me, it take too damn long. Like, why?
Yeah,
I need them to be more. You know, I love flowers.
And I seen how you care for them.
Girl. Wait, first of all, I was almost agreeing. I take care of them. Answer the question. Just answer the question. Do you feel like it's important that when you notice that your spouse is just imbalanced, you know what I'm saying, emotionally, mentally, like you can tell they got some stuff going on. Yeah, to take their mind off of it.
Take their mind off of it. But so it depends on what you're doing. Because something might trigger, might make them think about it more. So sometimes just a little, just sit outside is good.
And baby, I love.
Yeah,
well, it's getting cold now, so you gonna have to.
But you like the little, the little fire.
The bonfire where we do our little fire logs and music in the garage with a little nice cocktail or some wine.
You got to know the person. I can't get this man no advice on his woman that I don't even know.
Right.
So he got to know. I might say something talking about you, and y'all are two. All women are alike, but y'all are different. And y'all
Totally different.
The way uniquely, y'all are different.
Uniquely. He threw that in there. Uniquely.
Yeah,
Hi, Negro.
Y'all are different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But nah, it's kind of hard to do that. But As long as they know who they with. If you know who you with, you know how far you can take.
Mm-hmm. And that goes back to, like, bringing it back to that, you know, when people say the first date shouldn't be here, shouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? When you make that investment, then you're able to discern or decide where to go from there, right?
The first date should be 50-50. That way both of y'all head be messed up.
What?
You don't know what going like, that's about 50-50 on the first date.
What we doing?
Like,
Well, you know, it's... Thank God we don't have to experience today. That's all I can say, because I know it's different. It's really different, and I know people that's in the dating pool have really got to be very humble, and just be open to the experiences that comes with this new style of dating. Because it's some angry black women, but baby, from what I've been seeing on the internet, I'm almost bound to believe that the men are angrier than the women. And I'm just being honest.
It's
Like,
listen,
the men that's out there, the men that's speaking up, they mad. Like, they mad. But I feel like everybody has a reason to, you know, everybody's reason or feeling the way that they're feeling is justifiable. Like, be it man, be it woman. You have a reason to feel the way that you feel, and it's valid. The men do and the women do. So anyway, so that's that. But that's me. I'm the type of woman that I said earlier, as long as I'm with my husband, I don't care where we are. So if he say, babe, let's go to the garage, let's go sit in the front, you know what I'm saying, let's go in the backyard, I'm happy because we got us a little bar, so I know I'll be able to make me a little drink, whether it's wine or cocktail.
We know each other. We both we both hood.
Yeah.
So we both like to do, I mean, you like to do the stuff like that girl talking about, don't take her to no cheap place.
Yeah, I like
but
fancy
you also
stuff
don't
too.
mind riding around.
That part. And that's,
you know what I'm saying, riding around the ghetto, riding around the country, you know,
yeah.
you don't mind and stuff like
yeah,
that.
and that's the balance of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm, you know, I grew up, I like to call myself a roundaway girl. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in the neighborhood.
Like LL
Roundaway girl. Well, that was
LL Cool J was talking about his roundaway girls a little different, wasn't it?
No, she was
cool.
Yeah, she was a round-the-way girl. She knew how to handle it in the hood, in the professional place, in the bed, in the street. She was just a round-the-way girl. She knew how to love them the way.
Yeah, all this song, but I've been thinking the wrong thing.
All your life?
Yeah,
all your life. All 40, yes, it's been out a long time.
You talking about them 304?
Google, listen to the song tomorrow, babe. But anyway, I like to consider myself as a round-the-way girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can relate to a lot of stuff. I have bougie friends. I have bougie ways. But I'm very neighborhood, so I got hood ways. I have hood friends. I have very professional friends in high esteemed places, partners, actresses, musicians, like all of that. But I'm like, I know where my beginnings are. You know what I'm saying? So
where your roots come from.
I know exactly where my roots come from, baby.
Yeah.
The end of the south of Little Rock. But whatever. He want to say the projects. I was not raised in the projects, but I had friends in the projects, and I was there all the time. But I live close to the projects. That make it whatever. See how extra is. We trying to be serious for the people real quick. Okay, listen, so Mr. Wilson, I have one more question, and we gonna be wrapping this thing up like quick. So listen, on a serious note, we have experienced a lot of grief together, right? Like me and you. The 4 years.
You try to put me on the spot by crying, huh?
No, you're not gonna.
You know, I ain't no cry baby. Don't try to get me. I'm
yeah.
not like my baby now. I don't just cry when they cry. I don't just come in and sit down and boo-hoo with them because they could be crying about
everything. Mackenzie could be watching Gunsmoke, y'all, and my baby. Yeah, because she watch Gunsmoke 24/7, and she'll be, Miss Kids. I be like, girl, you've been watching this since she was 5. You're 16. You done seen this thing.
They killed the dog on that.
She and won't look at a dog. If we're gonna get a dog for the house. No dogs. But she crying over dogs on TV. Anyway, back to our serious moment. See how we just go back. Anyway, we have experienced a lot of grief together as a couple, right? I came into our relationship, marriage, Mr. Wilson. I was grieving my biological father. Rest in peace, Daddy Black Coat. We got together. I think he was dead like 6 years. You see my daddy picture back there. Hey, Daddy, I'm so handsome. I think we were together like when we got together, he was dead like 6 or 7 years maybe, right? And then we weren't even together a year, and you lost your big brother, and then a year later you lost your mother, and then not even a year later you lost your father, right? And I'm not gonna talk about the people that I've lost in between and in the meantime, maternally and paternally, great uncles, aunts, cousins, aunts, uncles. I'm talking about it was like it seemed like people was just going, like they was just getting out of here, right? But the closest ones lately to me, as your mother and your father and your brother, but to me was my grandmother, my mother's mother, who was 98. She died in 21, and then my cousin Boomer, who died a couple almost 2 months ago. So I said all that to say a lot of emotions, right, can cause negative effects in marriages and relationships and situations and all of that. What are some things that you think you did, Mr. Wilson, that help you to separate grieving, right? You're grieving, and that separated. You were able to separate your grief from your duties as a husband and as a father and as a priest of your family, as a protector of your family, as a provider, as your family, like as the head of your household. What's some things that you did to help you separate all that? Because that was a lot.
First I prayed.
Okay, pray.
Listen to me for real. First I
Pray.
prayed. Because
Lord.
I needed the strength. So after that, I ate the food. For real, cause I always keep y'all laughing. I talk mess all the time, but it don't be no mess to have you mad.
Right. Right.
It's gonna have some laughter with it and some memories. So that's how I get my mind off what I just keep, cause I still got to please y'all every day. I can't walk around. I know my mom and brother and dad in a good place. Yeah, I know they are. But I can't carry that. Nah, they'll want me to do better. I don't even like talking about that. I don't even.
Right,
That's
because
why
you
brought
see
it
my
up.
eyes
Yeah,
bubbling.
that's why when you
I
already
did
talked
not.
about it. Yeah, you did.
Listen, I wanted the people to know because, like, every time you
you already sound like Kodak.
Look at God, see how you turning around, because baby, my eyes is bubbling. But I brought it up only because every time you've experienced that, and we both experienced it, but my experiences hasn't been to the detriment of yours, if that makes sense.
And then now I'm glad you said it, because he just brought me back a little bit. But see, with my mom and my brother, we was real close.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I missed out on this. We was real close.
Yeah,
So.
very close. And you was your mama's baby.
I'm a baby boy.
Yeah.
Then my brother, now he's the second to the oldest. He ain't the big brother, but he was like my big brother, because me and him was.
White on rice.
But we go have one bucket of shit. Everything, whatever it was, we go have
bucket of shit.
So we was all. I mean, we was cool. So when they did pass, it was hard. Then the funeral. But after that, it was like it was. I don't know. It was easy. It wasn't. They gone now. But I knew why they was here. I knew both of them was struggling in the situation that both of them was in. Now my dad, I didn't really know him, but I guess it wasn't that hard, cause I was trying to get to know him. So I feel like I did everything.
On your part.
Yeah, that I was supposed to do. Then he ended up getting sick, so I couldn't stop it. I still go see him, sit up there. I mean, I don't know what he talking about.
And we did, y'all. Like, and it's, to me, that was like, that was.
That's when I asked you, when I come, I said, baby, I be sitting up here with him. I said, we really didn't have no relationship before he got sick. Now he's sick to where he don't even remember me. I said, I be sitting up in there, he got dementia, he don't even know me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so I started feeling bad, like, well, what am I sitting up here for?
Mm-hmm.
I went out to the car, put a little piece thing in me.
Look, God.
Went back in there, and whatever that man talked about, I was talking about with him.
Mm-hmm.
And it just made me feel better because he couldn't get on my level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He couldn't because he was already gone. But I just went back in there and whatever he look out the window and be like, yeah, they go such and such. I'm like, oh, who is what? And we just get to talk. We just get to talk. I had to make the best out of it because I was feeling bad sitting up in there.
Yeah. And you used to say that, but I was so proud, and that was something that made me admire and fall more. Like people be saying, you know, when you marry somebody, like that's just it. But when you truly marry a person, y'all, like you just fall in love with them over and over again. You know what I'm saying? For different reasons. I don't care if they cook a chicken noodle soup and they cook it a little different for you that day. I promise you, it's gonna make you be like, ooh, I love you so much. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. And that is one thing that made me admire you because I knew that what the situation was, but for you to persevere and to go anyway, knowing that your daddy didn't know who you were. But I used to always say, okay, Lord, give him peace to know, you know what I'm saying, that even though his daddy don't know who he was, if his daddy was in his right mind, his daddy would be rejoicing that his son would even want to have this with him. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, but I asked that question because, like, everybody deals with grief differently, right? And I feel like my husband has been through just a lot in his life, and he's seen the most, done the most, all that, right? But to be able to deal with all of that in a row, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't nothing that just happened like every 5 or 10 years. Like, I don't feel like you had room to breathe.
Well, I had a lot of room. I had 13 years to pray. I'm talking about when I say I did some praying.
And that's what I feel like sustained you. I feel like when you were away for your time.
I feel like when I did come back, that I felt like everybody was gonna be gone already because I was gone for a long time.
Yeah.
So to get home and to see him.
Yeah.
Only one I didn't see is Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to see him.
Yeah, but you talked to him a lot, and he was happy about being in your wedding, coming down.
He was gonna be in the wedding.
Yeah, best man.
I didn't get to
hug him and all of that.
I ain't get to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm telling you, I think about it all the time because it ain't me. Because I don't go through it. I done prayed so much. Now all I do is get up, I say my daily prayer, I throw my little prayer in and I go. It ain't me. Because I probably would have been broke down.
A long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Especially with them. Even though my mom used to talk.
But this.
Cuss like a sailor.
Oh,
I still
the apple
but
don't.
she had stopped cuss. She said,
The apple don't fall.
Every time I talk to you,
Listen, because he'll make you do it. When I say I used to sit back, y'all, and listen to him and his mama, we would be riding this woman to a treatment, riding her to the grocery store, riding her whatever, and I just be in the back seat like, this woman, when I say she worshiped the ground he walks on, but he was so comfortable that they talked like they were brother and sister.
I knew she wasn't gonna be, cause like I say, when you know a person, you know him. I knew her, I knew my brother. It was like when we was riding. If it had been anybody else, they probably would have felt embarrassed. They probably would have said something.
Lord, you finna talk about when she had that hair on her.
I said, Mama, now I know you is not gonna get out with that hair on your face. She said, oh, I thought I could. I said, no, you didn't.
She pulled that thing out.
She pulled her purse up, grabbed that thing.
Y'all, listen.
Did I get it now?
She was not tripping.
She's the type of person, let me know. Don't let me walk in this store.
Yeah, let me know.
Let me walk in here and I get to talking crazy.
Yeah.
Her out.
That was Miss Janice, baby, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all just a little bit of this story before we wrap it up. We were taking her to a doctor's appointment in Texas, in Fort Worth, Texas. And he looked over, like she always rode in the front seat. He looked over her, he said, Mama, no, you're not finna go in damn doctor with your hair looking like Martin Payne, Mama. He was talking cash money. And I'm trying to kick the seat like, Carrie, shut up. And she like, huh? No, I thought I cut it all off. Y'all, this woman pulled out one of them the infomercials, the little razor, the little laser that you get on the infomercial. Baby, she pulled that thing out because she knows she grows hair in the chin and the lip everywhere. Baby, she got the, all you heard was zzz. When I say I was back there, I could have passed out because I couldn't hold it.
We got to the door. Did I get it?
She said, did I get it all?
Thank you, ass.
And he said, yeah, you get it all. You should have been getting it all. He said a bunch of, she said, thank you, your ass. Yeah. And she jumped at the car. So those are amazing memories. And that's just the relationship that he had with his mother and with his brother. Unfortunately, Daddy, it was.
We had a couple moments. But
it wasn't the real father.
But when we met, both of us was
at peace.
A man supposed to be. I wasn't no child when
Yeah, and you was like, it is what it is. That part too late. So what we doing now? Yeah. Well, and I did ask that on a serious note because. Like I said, like grief hits people different. I know I personally know a couple where the mom has died. The husband was a real mama's boy, and the wife was like literally shaking for a very long time because her husband he wasn't the same. His mama left, and she like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he just was out of it for a very long time, and people just deal with that different, and I just feel like we have to just push our way through, you know what I'm saying? And then it depends on the person that you're with. Even if it's a person that is a little hard to, or their faith is not as strong as yours, I feel like it's your responsibility to do what you have to do to uplift that person up. We said a little bit ago that two is better than one. When one fall, the other is there to pick them up. You know what I'm saying? That's Papa told me that. I
ain't getting old by myself.
That part, because we can hold together, even though you're a bunch of years older than me.
Baby,
I'm a spring chicken, baby. What is a hen?
That's what the old men call they old men.
Hell no. Anyway, so we finna wrap it up because I
got a hen.
Baby, I'm still a spring chicken, baby. I don't know what he thought. Anyway.
2 years. He talking about you was a spring.
2 years. Like what the hell? 6 years, maybe? 6. Let's be clear. It's 6, babe. Addition, right? I'll be a hen, baby. And that makes you my what? My old chicken. My old daddy chicken. Anyway, definitely my man. My man. So what, you the rooster?
No. I'm saying up for my homeboys.
Listen here, he trying to get them titles. But anyway, I appreciate you for stopping through, Mr. Wilson. I wanted him to come, y'all, because I did just kind of, even though we didn't go in depth, but we did a little bit. I wanted him to kind of come and just talk about the emotional roller coaster that his wife experiences and that he's experiencing with her.
She didn't want me to talk about it. First from the thing, she said disclaimer. And then and she said we're not going to get all the way into it. So you didn't want me to talk about it.
I mean, I wanted you.
You want me to highlight.
Yeah, just bring your little stuff. You know, we can't give them everything. You know what I'm saying? Now, we did like a little private. Well, it just depends. But right now, we're helping with this. And if somebody needs some deeper help, they know how to reach out to me or you. If you feel like you want more details, fillers about this conversation, ask. And we'll tell, because all bull stuff aside, it's not easy. And it's like real emotional stuff that we got to deal with. And we deal with it. And I feel like, personally, I deal with it and I press through it. And I thank God for it. Because I love my husband, and I'm grateful to have someone to love me in the capacity that he loves me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do all that, man.
They ain't seen nothing. I could have been in the camera.
The camera see you. But when you have someone that you can share that type of love with, then it's easy to it's not easy. Let me take that back. Because at the moment, you be like, hell no. What we doing? Like, this ain't it. But when you sit back and think about it, and you know that you can't imagine your life without that person, then it's worth going through that for a moment. Like, I feel like our little arguments, our little spats, recently, it's been like I've had some little spoiled brat moments. He done had some little moments too, but I done had some little spoiled brat moments. Listen, let me finish.
You was better exit.
Let me
You should've waited till I
finish.
went out. You
Oh
should've waited till I went
gosh.
out, 'cause I always my action is your action. You know what I'm saying? Mine's just a reaction.
Just a reaction.
That's for everybody, 'cause I don't want to come off wrong. 'Cause that's why when I talk my mess, I talk a lot of mess. So
You
I
do.
try to. So don't say that I'm going through nothing.
I'm not saying
I'm
that.
going through what my babies.
I'm not saying that you're going through
Well,
anything.
you know what I'm saying. I ain't talking about going through.
Okay, but anyway, I'm saying when it is a person that you know you can't imagine your life without, then the work.
You can't imagine your life.
I can't imagine I'm not gonna imagine my life without you.
You should have told me that in 9 vows or something like my first time hearing it.
Quit lying. You
I'm just
know.
joking.
See, I mean, about to curse and everything. I'm trying to get away from all that. He just bringing out the world. Just, ooh. Anyway.
Loosen up.
Loosen up these nuts. Okay, so, well. What you gonna do? We have to wrap it up. Thank you for coming on. I did want the people to hear, for us to have a conversation because
You want them to hear my voice crack.
I did. No, I just want.
You just see we out on that. You cried too, baby. Yeah,
You cried.
coming by surprise. I thought you
Boy,
were trying
you
to throw a blow.
Boy, you done cried. What caught by surprise?
When you see it.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't expect me to see it. That part. It's all right. Me and cry. But, we're in a generation now where we're not telling our boys, don't cry. Boys don't cry. We're not doing it no more. We letting them express their emotions. So it just depends on the situation now. We don't want them to be like overly sensitive, but we want them to be able to express their emotions. And I wanted to have this conversation because I do feel like I've been just like everywhere lately. Like I just yeah.
I come in, you be up there.
For real, y'all.
You come down, you old outside.
Oh, for real. When I say I've been, oh Lord, like I've been, and I'm so grateful because I'm not where I was 5 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still, like this morning I had a whole fit, but I feel like my fit tears were like, I feel like I was like, okay, thank you God. I know it's going to get better. You know what I'm saying? It has to get better. Like it was one of those moments instead of just super sad and, because I really do. I have a lot to be grateful for, and I'm super grateful, and I don't take that for granted. Mr. Wilson, did you want to add something before I end it?
No, man, you doing a good job.
That's how Negroes do when they trying to get rid of you, when they trying to get on out, Well, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Can I get one more episode out of you before the year is over with?
Yeah, all you gotta do is ask. You don't ask me.
I be asking you sometimes. Don't do that. You the residential.
Tell the spiller.
He call y'all Steelers.
I'm thinking about the Pittsburgh stuff.
Right.
Tell them about you barely asked me. Don't be on here like I just.
Okay, well I'm going to do.
I'm just flying in.
People be wanting to hear from you. Like when you used to fly me out to.
Yeah, your little podcast, I fly out of town or something.
Like you get.
I be right there in the room listening.
Listening to us record.
I be here doing the production. I had to turn the
You
camera on.
do the production. I appreciate you. You always a part.
I'm always in here.
So thank you. I appreciate you. Can you tell the Spillers bye for me, please? Until next time. Don't say bye.
Next time,
all right.
Spillers.
Yeah, don't call my Spillers no Steelers because we don't do that. We too blessed to be stressed. Anyway, Spillers, this is our Spill encouragement time. This is the time of the segment where I just try to leave you all with a couple of words of encouragement. Oftentimes we're consumed with what's going on, with what's not right in our lives, the trials and things that seems to be happening one after the other, that we don't take times or moments to reflect on who's allowing these things to happen to us. God chastises those he loves. In order for us to be better people spillers and better witnesses, we have to have better testimonies that will encourage our brothers and sisters as they're going through the fires. The best part about going through the fire is when we go through it, Jesus is always in the fire with us, if you let him be. So, remember, if you let him go through the fire with you, you'll come out as pure gold. Everybody's situation is different. Nobody's situation is ever going to be the same. But somebody's situation is always way worse than yours. So stay prayed up, praise while you're in the fire, and thank God in advance for that fine gold that you're going to walk out as after the fire. Well, Spillers, thank you for joining us. Until next time, this is your girl, Mrs. Wilson, and I am signing out. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Say bye.
You want this on?
I want you to say bye.
Bye to who? Who I'm saying bye to her? These still the spillers.
They looking at my sexy lips and my teeth.
Yeah, you cute. You black and cute. You
I'm
like
talking about you.
Look
Now
like
hurry up and
African.
press stop. Press stop.
You look like that girl you play on in Living.
What? Press stop.
Living Single. You know what I'm talking about? That black girl.
Erica.
Yeah, with the little ball.
We are living.
But you act like Monique,
Okay, I'll take it.
the wild one. You
It
know what I'm talking
depends.
about. When she was on Roscoe Jenkins.
Oh, it depends. Yeah, I liked her on there. She was funny.
When she was on Pressure.
No, I don't like her. Press stop, fool.